Prosecution has rested its case against Robert Gaines, charged in the 1993 murder of Latavia Johnson. 24-Hour News 8 Steve Kelso has been covering this trial since February when Gaines was arrested and has not more on where this case goes from here.
During the final day of presenting its case, prosecutor Kelly Konski brought only 2 witnesses to the stand today, but one of them, Eric Neighbor, provided some of the most difficult to decipher testimony we've heard yet. From behind the mountains of evidence, interviews, and notes that have accumulated in the last 18 years, prosecutor Kelly Konski let the jury get to know Eric Neighbor. Neighbor is a friend of Gaines in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where Gaines now lives. It is where Gaines was arrested.
The stuff we heard in the recording was said, correct?
Yeah. That recording was a phone call Gaines made to Neighbor while Gaines was in jail in Mount Vernon. He told Neighbor that the police had picked him up and that he was headed back to Michigan. Neighbor offered him his advice to not use a public defender and to keep quiet. When defense attorney John Beeson talked with Neighbor, it sounded like it was just advice amongst friends, but the prosecutor read a much deeper meaning into the conversation.
And you never tell him, just tell him the truth. You didn't do this stuff. You never say anything like that, do you? No. You just say don't incriminate yourself.
Neighbor's answers contradicted themselves so badly that there was talk of whether he had perjured himself. At one point, the jury was dismissed so that the attorneys and the judge could figure it all out. Just because the prosecution has rested its case against Robert Gaines doesn't necessarily mean we've heard the last witness in this case. Defense attorney John Beeson says it's still possible that he may call his client, Robert Gaines, to the stand. In fact, Eric Neighbor has been asked to stay another night in Grand Rapids just in case that happens. At the Kent County Courthouse, Steve Kelso, 24-Hour News 8.